Yo, what's good, my angels out there? This is the herringbone right here, and I'm doing my first ever story time. I know I told y'all I was gonna come at y'all and let y'all know about one of the best days of my life when I finally got a chance to see my boy Paul Rodriguez skate for the first time in the Prudential Center, right here behind me in Newark, New Jersey. Now, for everybody that really knows me and grew up with me back in Harlem and everything, they know when I was on my skateboarding time, Paul Rodriguez was my guy. He was my guy. They know. So I'm gonna tell you about the day when I got blessed for that. All right. So this is 2015. This is about September 15th. I remember the day like it was yesterday because I was living on Hill Street with my father. So I had an errand to run. I had to go to the city real quick and get something and come back. So mind you, when I'm on my way walking to the PATH train, I see a bunch of ramps, a bunch of skate setups. I see the Nike team out there, the Nike SB team is out there. I already knew that the Street League was coming up because even when I stopped skateboarding, I still followed the X Games and the skateboarding career and everything like that. So I knew it was coming up. But it had slipped my mind on a specific date that it was due to shoot. So I'm walking, I'm like, oh, I see the Nike SB team. I see a bunch of young kids out here skating, they doing tricks and stuff. I'm like, oh, what's going on here today? I'm like, oh, today is the day for the Nike Street League. I'm like, okay. So I stood there and watched for a second, pulled out my phone, recorded, mingled and jingled, met some dope people. So I'm walking to the train. Now I walk to the train. I get on the train. I see a dude with a skateboard. And this is how energy works. Because I'm a spiritual being and I believe in energy to the a millionth power. Especially when it's meant to be by the divine one, it's spiritually, it's gonna be things set in place that's gonna happen for you, the way it's supposed to happen. So I'm on the train, this guy asked me, he got a skateboard, this guy asked me, hey, where's the Prudential Center? Do you know where the Prudential Center at? I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly where it's at, I live close to it. I'm like, hey, you going to the Skate Street League? He said, yeah, man, my cousin, he works in the Prudential Center and he got some free tickets and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, wow, that's dope, bro. I'm like, that's dope. So he said, hey, man, if you want, you could just show me where it's at and I could get you a ticket. So I'm like, all right, that sounds cool. But me being all for the people, I just wanted to show him where the place was at anyway because I knew my favorite skater was going to be there and I don't never want to have nobody walk astray and don't have no destination of where they're going. So I'm like, cool, bro, I'll show you. So I showed him where it was at. We met. He told me his name. We just started getting in tune with each other, just vibing. So then I walk off. I'm like, hey, bro, enjoy the show. So as I'm walking off, he calls me, because mind you, we exchanged numbers and everything, like I said. So I walks off, he calls me. He said, hey, bro, come back, man. I got a ticket for you. I got a seat for you. And come on. I'm like, oh, shit, word? So I run back. Mind you, like I said, I don't know this guy from Adam. I just met him on the train. He said he wanted to know where the Prudential Center is at. He said his cousin works in the Prudential Center, get free tickets and everything like that. But sometimes, people just say stuff just to say it. So it's like one of them things. I'm in my mind, I'm like, all right, that's cool, whatever. All right, bet. So as I'm leaving, like I say, he calls me back. He said he got an extra ticket. So I comes back. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I'm hyped. My adrenaline pumping. I'm hyped. VIP treatment. He wasn't talking no mustard. He was what he was talking about. VIP treatment. I linked back up with him. There's a long line of skaters waiting to get in. Hey, Chris. Hey, come on, man. Hey. Oh, I'm in there. Okay, I'm in. He said, hey, this my cousin. This is what I was talking about. Give me a ticket. Oh, shit. So now I see the ticket. I'm like, oh, wow. Hey, it's happening. It's happening. And I want to rewind a little bit. Before I get more into it. I want to rewind back to when I was about 13, 14 years old, when I was skateboarding. Paul Rodriguez was always my favorite skater. I want to give a big shout out to my father. He got me my first Tony Hawk game. He got me the Nintendo GameCube. I was able to get the Tony Hawk game and be introduced to Paul Rodriguez. When I was back in the hood, we used to go on hunts, going in skate shops, causing mucks just to get them DVDs and skate decks of Paul Rodriguez and Breeze. We used to run amok in there and bounce. Facts. For people that really know me and grew up with me, they know how I was when it came to Paul Rodriguez and that skate team and everything like that. So, all right, present day, 2015, follow me. I gets the ticket, now we going. I'm like, oh, this shit really happening. It's really happening. Wow. Wow. So, you know, we go through the metal detectors, we get searched and everything like that. So now we're going up the escalator. Now they let us know where we're gonna be seated and what entrance to go. So I'm walking, I'm like, hey, yo, in my mind, I'm like, yo, how the fuck is this happening though? Okay, I'm walking. I walk right by Paul Rodriguez, and shouts out to Manny Santiago, another pro skater. Walk right by him. I'm like, oh. Shouted him out, hey, what's good, da-da-da. My name is Chris, fan, fucks with you. Kept it pushing. I'm like, hey, yo. So now, we're going into the entrance of where we gotta sit at, and it was some decent seats. I was very grateful and thankful for some decent seats. So now the show's about to begin. The introduction, it is crazy because the way they introduced everybody was like a boxing match. Like, coming up next, from Chatsworth, California, weighing at whatever height, Paul Rodriguez. I'm like, oh, they got the flashing lights and everything. I'm like, oh, this shit real, all right? I'm getting goosebumps and stuff like that. So, and the dude that was sitting next to me, that gave me the ticket, he's sitting right next to me. So I told him, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom before the show starts. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Now this is where it gets crazy. I go to the bathroom, I come back, he's not there where he was sitting. So I'm like, where he at? I'm thinking he probably saw somebody he knew, sat down a little bit, whatever the case may be. So I call his phone. Phone off. Phone is off. About 10 to 15 minutes prior, it was just on because he called me. So I'm like, his phone is off, all right, cool. So I enjoy the rest of the show. I don't see him, he don't come back to the seat, nothing. I enjoy the rest of the show. I'm watching it dolo. So I'm enjoying it like, oh shit, this shit happened. But in my mind, while I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, yo, where homie go? All right, the show is over. I leave. I try calling him again. Cause if his phone did cut off, alright, there's a bunch of stores out here in Jersey. You got Broad Street, everything, the shopping area, phone stores, where you can easily go pay your phone bill real quick. It still was off. But it wasn't like it was a regular off with the voicemail, whatever, or saying the subscriber. It was like literally like that number never existed. That's how it was. So I'm like, yo. So I go back home where I'm staying with my pops. I tell my pops, like, yo, the best day ever. I got the chance to see Paul Rodriguez skate. I told my sister, they see how emotional I was talking about it. And I broke down how I met the guy on the train, how everything played out the way it played out to me trying to call him and the phone was off. My father straight told me, what if he didn't exist? What if spiritually it was just meant for you to go see Paul Rodriguez because as a child you always manifested? I'm like, that's what made me think deep into it. I'm like, yo, you might be right. You might be right. He probably never existed. God probably sent him in a spiritual form to get me there because I always manifested to be at one of these shows. Couple days go by, probably like 2-3 days go by. I'm still giving it the best. Now I truly believe what my father said because I was on that spiritual realm as well. But I didn't think deep into it until after my father broke it down to me. So about 2-3 days go by, I call him again. Same thing. It's like the number never existed. And the reason why I want to tell this story because this is one of the best days of my life. And I also want you to know, for my angels out there, or my earth angels, that manifestation is real. Manifestation is real. And my wavy baby always tell me, my tongue is strong. Whatever I cry about or say I want or say I don't want, it happens. If I say I want this, it happens. It might not happen at the specific time I want it to happen, but it happens. And still to this day, I always think about that time. Because no matter what, I truly believe that was the universe that manifested that, put that together for what I spoke. It heard me and it made it happen. Sometimes when things happen in this world, no matter whether it's bad or good, you'll be sent an angel. And those is what you call spirit guides. Those are called spirit guides. You'll be sent an angel to direct you. Or if something is meant for you, it will happen for you. So shout out to homie that I met. Shout out to my father for letting me know what it was. Shout out to the Prudential Center. Shout out to his cousin. Shout out to his cousin. Shout out to Paul Rodriguez, man. The love is there for eternity. Shout out to the whole Nike SB team. Shout out to the whole skateboarding community. Shout out to everybody that's into the arts and crafts and just want to get better at what they do and as perfecting their craft. Keep striving and always know whatever you want, you're going to get. You understand? Hear it from the herringbone itself. Me and my wavy baby talk about this all the time. It's true. We are all for the people. It's all about the love. It's all about the motivation. It's all about the inspiration. And we created this YouTube to tell our story. And we got a lot more content coming where that came from. Understand? So tune in, like, subscribe, comment, share, do what you do. And our production in time will get better. Will get better. But we appreciate all y'all for just giving us an ear and supporting us, sharing our content, showing us all the love in the world. We appreciate it. And I have another story time coming up soon. I'm gonna let y'all know in a second, but I just wanted to let y'all know about that best day of my life. God bless all my earth angels. Keep it positive, keep it wavy, stay fly, stay motivated. Whatever you do, stick to it. God bless. Ow. And I also want to give a special shout out to my Lincoln fam. Growing up, how we used to run in them skate shops and book the motherfuckers, the raw motherfuckers for them skateboards and for the Paul Rodriguez CDs. I'm going to give a special shout out to my guys. Shout out to my nigga Josh. Shout out to his little brother Anthony. Shout out to Steve-O. Shout out to my man Travell. Shout out to my man Bo Trey. Shout out to Rod Deasley, aka Ra. Shouts out to all of them because they was there through that time. K Lottie, didn't forget about you, my boy Shy Money. They was there at that time going to 161st skate park, skating. They didn't skate at all, but they just supported me and they was there with me holding your boy down. Like, yo, my boy Chris, back then I went by Goonie. They like, yo, my boy Goonie wanna do this, we gonna hold him down. We used to always go to them skate shops and run amok out that motherfucker. Get all anything Paul Rodriguez is in, we getting that. Get that. We out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, B. You know what I'm saying? My Lincoln gang, my LOE family. They sandbox for real, you heard? So much love to y'all, B. Ow.